Alright, so today I wanted to show you guys how to get the perfect double brim where it looks nice and neat on the outside. So normally when you're knitting a hat, you knit the brim and then you fold it up and you get this, not as neat pretty side on the outside. So what you want to do in order to get that perfect look is do a German short row when you finish the brim. So I'll demonstrate how to do that. One thing that I do, and this is optional whether or not you want to do it, is after I do my cast on and I start knitting, before I start doing the brim pattern, I knit one row after the cast on. So you can see on this side you have an extra row of what looks like purl stitches since they're knit stitches on the other side. And what happens is you get the brim here to fold slightly. Normally it would look like this. It would be, straighter, but because there is that space for it to just slightly curl, you get the stitches to look a little different and, in my opinion, a little neater. But that's not required at all. That's just what I do personally. Now that you have finished your brim and you're ready to start the body, you want to do the German short row first. The first step is to physically flip your work around. So now the side that has the yarn connected to the ball is going to be on the left needle. I like to, at this point, take my work and I like to push it through. What German short row does is it essentially flips the work inside out. So now, when I fold it up, I'll have the neat side on the outside. I also want to note, you can either start the pattern as soon as you do the German short row. I personally prefer to do one knit row just because I find it easier, but it's really personal preference if you want to do a knit row or if you want to start the pattern. Either way, it's going to be covered by the double brim, so I figure it's faster to just do a knit row. I'm going to start by slipping that stitch marker over to the right needle. And now that I have to knit in this direction, I have to use my yarn to knit. So the first thing that you want to do is slip that first stitch purlwise and move it over to the right needle, and then you take the yarn, since you need to knit with it, you pull it up and over and give it a tight tug. Then you are going to continue knitting. So now that you have that, you're just going to knit all the way around until you get back to that first stitch. I have reached the end of the round. I've knit all the way around. I'm back to the beginning, and there's one final step to German short row. So after you slip your stitch marker, you'll notice that this first stitch, because we pulled the yarn up and over, it looks like 2 stitches. So what you need to do is make sure that you knit both those strands together. So instead of knitting them separately, it's almost like a knit 2 together. It just looks like 2 stitches, it's actually 1. So we'll do that like a normal knit stitch, and then after that we will have the exact same count. And then when we are done and we finish our whole hat, we'll flip the brim up and we'll have this beautiful neat edge on the outside. All right, happy knitting, guys. Hope this helps.